It's not clickbait. And no, some company didn't fly me out. Formula One did not fly me out themselves to come document their race, okay? Look at my subscriber count. It ain't nothing. But you know, if you wanna come along for the ride, we can be best friends, hit that subscribe button, we can figure something out. A random stranger on the internet really sent me Formula One Miami Grand Prix tickets for free. Nice ones, hospitality ones. Just because, I don't know, they're a nice guy. Here's what happened. So being in Tampa, a scant 4-hour drive away from the Miami Grand Prix, I decided to treat myself to tickets to day one. I had to connect for staying a few days in the city without needing to pay for accommodations, so I thought it would make a lot of financial sense. Only day one, because days 2 and 3, when there's actual racing going on, are expensive as shit. You could seriously go see the whole IndyCar season for the price of what good seats would cost for the weekend at Miami, okay? So I got really cheap grandstand seats that looked like they were going to get me close to the action because I wanted to bring my camera, do some photography, do some documenting. And before day one of the race, I went around Miami and I took photos of the place and I showed them off on Reddit. I posted to the Miami subreddit and said, hey, I'm here for Formula One. You have a beautiful city. I'm enjoying photographing it. And I get a message. I get a DM from some person. He says, hey, like your photos. I'm gonna be out of town for day one and I've got 2 hospitality tickets, want them to go to a good place. Are you in? And I was like, yeah. So he emails me the tickets, they work as intended, and now I get to show you the hospitality tent at Miami Grand Prix. Welcome to the Broke Bitch Guide on attending Formula One because you got a little lucky. So getting to the venue itself was easy enough. I beelined through traffic and then didn't realize I was supposed to purchase a parking pass ahead of time. I just had my credit card. I thought, they'll take my money. They weren't gonna take my money. Not unless I buy online and I have a pass. So I'm going through traffic and then I'm like, okay, fine, I'll buy a pass. I look online and I see that it costs 75 bucks. So I came and parked in somebody's someone's parking lot. $40, much more reasonable. While waiting in line, I got to just see all the cool cars pass us. There were some police escorts. Pretty sure some of the drivers were being filtered through. And then eventually we got in. Security didn't give me any shit about my camera. I was all good. Now I entered from gate 14, which is exactly where my original tickets were, turns out, South Beach grandstands. We bypassed straight through that because we had a long walk to go. The Miami Grand Prix takes place in what's essentially a gigantic parking lot where I believe the Miami Dolphins play football, and it is gigantic.
Really huge.
So I had to make a very long walk in the heat to get to the entire other side where my oasis awaited me. But on that long walk, I was getting to see some really cool things. Anything from full-size displays of the cars that you could walk up and take photos with, to this old-time gin bar that was complete with people dressed up in gadgets looking like Willy Wonka, to the supercars that were running around the track before people really showed up, which I found out later through behind the scenes was the drivers doing hot laps with celebrities. That would have been nice. I wonder if that came with my ticket. I'm not sure I explored everything my ticket came with, until it finally looked like I was arriving to my destination. 30 minutes of walking, but we got there. Turn 18, baby. Never mind, where I was walking was for credentialed people only. I got yelled at by many people. I did eventually make it to the hospitality tent, which, oh my God, this is the way to do it. You know how you say, like, if you're gonna do it right? This is the way to do it. Giant air-conditioned space, beautiful appointments, plenty of spaces to sit down for my old ass knees, Formula One simulators, an F1 store that's exorbitantly expensive, I'm sure, and food. I
love food.
Ribs, mac and cheese, cornbread, umami wings, sashimi, a very small hamburger that kind of looks like garbage, but I promise you it was really good. There was truffle and MSG. The thing is, there was no view of the racetrack from this tent, and I didn't realize that. And practice was starting, and I needed to get out there and take photos, so I wolfed things down as quick as I could. which might have contributed to some stomach problems later in the day. We'll get over it. And went out to go and explore my new seats. And you know what? I'm just gonna let the cars speak for themselves for a quick second. Happy. Very, very happy. I want you to notice something, okay? Take a look in this video and notice that the balcony is shaded and everybody is sitting in the shaded area because they are professionals and they understand this is Miami, we live here, we know it's gonna be fucking hot, so we're going to buy the shaded seats. Makes sense. When I felt like I had my fill over in this location, I went over to my old seats, the ones I purchased from the beginning at the South Beach Grandstand, just to see if I could get a different view, you know, if I could get multiple angles for my camera. That's when I found out what would have been wrong with my seats and why the generous stranger saved the day. In terms of taking in the action, they were great because they were really close to the track. However, they were not under the shade. And as you can see, everybody behind me is sitting in the shade because they are smart. Not only that, these seats, because they're so close and low to the ground, they have an obstructed view for the camera because of the chain link fence.
No.
Ideally, the fence is good because it prevents cars from crashing into the audience, which is bad. However, the fence is bad because it doesn't let me get good pictures with the camera. So I'm really glad we got over that. And I stayed in my new special seats and took in, I didn't even know this was gonna be a thing. IMSA was also there and they were running the Porsche Carrera GT Cup. So I got to see all the Porsches on the track as well. It was like the happiest day. There were other goodies outside of the grandstands in the Turn 18 club section as well. AMG was there with their own booth and they had an SL63 just on display. Anyone could walk around it, sit in it. It's really cool, except for the fact that I don't like what AMG has done with all of their cars, all of them. Let's not even touch the hybrid engine system they've been throwing in all their other AMGs, okay? This is the 63, it's the V8, it's the big boy. Look at the screen, the size of it. Why is it sloped like this? Why am I purchasing an almost $200,000 car and getting an iPad just stuck there on the dash? Aside from that, there was some more F1 store fronts and such, and a nice food court area that was really pretty with all the colors. And then I pretty much just enjoyed the rest of my day and went home. So I messaged the guy back who gave me the tickets and he let me know it was actually cool to show his username. So his name's Board Game Bootlegger. And the reason why I'm sharing it, A, is to, you know, give him props, but B, because it's his art account and it looks like he does things with board games and actually creates his own board game sets. Like he created his own Settlers of Catan kind of version. Just thought that was really cool and creative. So if you guys want to go over there and show him some love, you know, feel free. Other than that, this was my experience. I'm happy I got to share it with you guys. This is The Lemon, an automotive car show, and I have so many ideas planned to show here. So if you'd like to like and subscribe and come along for the journey, you will be entertained, maybe. Bye.